Hello friends, I'm Abhimanyu and in this video I'll be teaching you all how to solve a Masthematics. So normally in a Masthematics, we'll start from the center. So most of you might think that this piece will be the center. It's actually not the center, this is the center. When this becomes the center, these four pieces become its edges. These four pieces become its corners. So this will form a piece. When we take this as the front part, this will be the right hand side, this will be the left hand side, the top one and the bottom part. So when we need to give notations for all the moves, this is the front, so I'll name it as F, which is in the clockwise direction, F and F inverse. This will be L, L inverse, R, R inverse, U, U inverse, and D, D inverse. U stands for up and D stands for down. So another thing I would like to share is also that this cube is also a resemblance of the 3x3 Rubik's Cube. You can check on my previous video for how to solve this cube. So here normally this would be the center, these are its edges and these four pieces are its corners. So similarly in this cube, this is its center, these are its edges and these pieces are its corners. In these two corners, all the sides look like the same, but if it's placed any side, it doesn't matter. It can be placed in any side. So now we'll move on to solve our Masthematics. We have given our cube a good shuffle. Now first, we have to start solving the first layer. So normally in a 3x3 Rubik's Cube, what we would do is we have to do the plus, in which case the blue and orange piece comes over here, blue and yellow piece comes over here, and so on. First we'll solve the plus and we'll solve the corners, in which case the blue, yellow and orange piece comes over here, blue, red and yellow piece comes over here, blue, red, white piece comes over here, and blue, orange and white piece comes over here. So similarly in the cube, the red piece, the two red pieces should come here, two yellow pieces should come here, and after solving those, I'll teach you how to solve the corners. So first, we have to solve in the three sides of the cube. So I have a yellow piece over here. There are actually three yellow pieces. So one yellow piece I've joined over here, another yellow piece, it's not joined properly. I'll turn it around and I'll place it. Two yellow pieces joined and a red piece I've joined. So I have three of my pieces joined. So what I'll be doing now is that we have three yellow corners, three pieces with the color yellow, specifically in the corners. So what we have to do is we have to place all the yellow pieces facing towards each other. So what I'll do is, using the unsolved side, I'll place the yellow like this. I've got it placing towards it. Now same way I'll turn it around like this, and I've got the three pieces facing towards each other. Similarly in the red, I've got one piece and this piece, I'll turn it around, and this is also facing towards it. Now the next step is I have to place a red piece over here without disturbing the the placed ones. So what I'll be doing is I have to place this red piece over here. I'll give it a turn. I'll take this down. So the red piece should be placed here in this part. I'll place it around and we've got the plus. Now what we'll be doing is we'll be solving the corners. as I said in the beginning, these pieces also form the corner. So this red should come here and this yellow one should go there. So I'll take this out and then I'll place it down over here, and using the following formula I'll place it down: R inverted, D inverted, R, D. So similarly I'll place this over here and I'll do the same one: R inverted, D inverted, R, D. Now we got these two corners solved. It doesn't matter in which side this corner is being placed. It can even be placed like this. It doesn't matter. Now we'll be solving these pieces, these two corners. So here the red, yellow and blue one should come here, as I have the blue one facing here. So the red, yellow and blue piece is right here. I'll place it here using the same step: R prime, D prime, R, D. I've got it placed here. So the same way, the red, yellow and green piece is over here: red, yellow, green, using the same method. One last time and we've got it. So here we have solved our first layer of the master Morphix. So now to solve the second layer, we have to rotate it upside down. So as you can see, we have to place these pieces. So one need of placing all these pieces facing towards each other is that we can place the following pieces over here without any disturbance. So what we have to do is we have to place a blue piece over here first. So what I'll be doing is to check out that I have 3 blue pieces. One is already placed over here. So the blue piece which is outside, I'll take it over here and I'll give it a rotate and see whether this is being perfectly placed or not. If it is being perfectly placed, I'll be doing the left side method. If the blue piece is being faced like this and suppose it gets equal, then I'll be doing the right side method. So here it gets it's getting proper, and I'll be doing the left side method, which is I've got this blue piece solved. Now I'll be solving the red piece. So the same way I'll give it a rotate, and the red piece is joined over here, and I'll be using the left method to put this over here. I've got these pieces solved. This is already placed over here. Now here this piece is not proper. So from the right side I got it correctly. So I'll be using the right method. Now I've got all the pieces solved, in which my second layer has also been solved. Now we come to the most difficult part of the solve, which is the third layer. The third layer has many conditions. So here I'll be teaching you all the conditions one by one. So here in the first condition, I've got none of them solved towards each other. And another way to look at whether these pieces are placed perfectly is that when one piece gets placed correctly and another piece doesn't get correctly, the following step should not be repeated. But when the green piece comes over here and also another green piece comes and joins over here, like in this condition where a blue piece is already here and this blue piece is too being placed over here. So normally a blue piece should come over here. When it's coming over here, another one should be placed properly over here, but it is not. So what we'll be doing is we'll be doing the method to place these pieces perfectly. So here in this piece, in this place, what I have is a condition like this, where I have a line. So normally in this cube, what I'll be doing is front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted, which forms a plus. So here it would not actually form a plus. We have to place these pieces first correctly. So in this is the line case. What I'll be doing is, this is the front, and I'll be doing the same step: front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted. So sometimes you have to follow the same step twice. So this forms the L case. I'll be doing the same step. So here this blue piece one has been joined perfectly, and this is coming over here and not forming over here. Now we've got all them positioned correctly. Now next step, what we'll be doing is we have to place these pieces perfectly. So there are actually 4 cases in which this is one case where one is solved, or we have a case where we have 2 solved, in which case this would be solved or this would be solved. Similarly in this place it might be solved, or a line case over here, and we have none of them solved, which is none of these might be solved or might be joining perfectly, or we have all of them solved perfectly. Now here in this condition I have one solved. When one is solved, what I'll be doing this, I'll be placing the solved piece towards the left side. So in which case this would be the right piece, and I'll be doing the step. Sometimes you have to repeat it twice, so I'll repeat it again. Now here we have all the 4 sides solved together. This is also a similar type of case where none is solved. So here this is being placed properly, while this is not, it's coming here. So it's perfect. Now what we'll be doing is we'll be doing the same step. So now we have got a 1 solved. So what we'll be doing, we'll be doing the same step, and it has got proper. So this is also another case where 2 of them are solved, and here this is being joined properly while this is not, so it's perfect. So what we'll be doing in this case also is that normally when all the 4 sides has to be solved, one side only one should be placed perfectly. So what we'll do is to do the same method, which is to place these one properly, which is front, right, up, right inverted, up inverted, front inverted. So here this is over here properly and this is here properly, so it doesn't matter. Now we have only one solved, which is perfectly, and we'll do the same step, and we've got all the 4 solved. Now the next steps to solve is to position these pieces perfectly in their places. So normally in the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, this condition would look like this, in which case this has been solved properly, and these 3 pieces has to be placed in their positions perfectly. So what we'll do is we'll do the following step. Now we've got all of them placed perfectly in their places. So similarly in the Master-Morphics also we'll be doing the same step. If any of the piece is at its place perfectly, you can use that as as the part from where you have to start the step, or if none of them are solved, you can start from any of the place. So I'll be starting from this place. This also, it doesn't matter in which side it is being placed. So now we'll be doing the step. So in my case, the cube has been solved, but some cases you have to do the step first to get all of them placed in their positions perfectly. So this is also one type, one condition. So this piece has been placed perfectly and it has been solved. It doesn't matter if it is solved, it is placed perfectly. What we'll be doing is having this as facing towards us. We'll be doing the following step. It is not, it's solved again, so we have to do it again. So here all the pieces have been placed perfectly. So only one piece is like this. So what we'll be doing here, which is in this condition, what we'll be doing here is that we'll be placing these pieces perfectly using the following step. Once this has been solved, we'll not turn it like this. We'll only turn the top part, and we'll be doing the same step. So similarly here too. So it has been solved. Similarly, in this case also, the same step has to be solved again. So we'll do it again. So this piece has been solved, but the whole cube is not yet solved again, not solved. So what we'll be doing is, we'll not turn it over like this. We'll turn only the top piece like this, and the same step I'll do it twice. And now our cube has been solved. So this is also another case where all these pieces are in their positions, but have to be rotated. So what we'll do, we'll do the same step again. One solved. Again I'll rotate it towards me like this, and I'll do the same step again. So here these two pieces have been solved, but the total has been jumbled up again. So I'll do the same step again in any one of these corners. I'll choose green side. I'll be doing it again. Now cube has been solved. So I hope you have understood how to solve the Master-Morphics. I've shown you all the cases of how to position these perfectly and how to place these edges perfectly. So I hope you like the video. You have to practice the Master-Morphics to solve them again and again. You can have a note of these formulae. So thank you. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And please do tap the bell icon for more videos. Thank you.